All right. What's going on, YouTube? Everybody just now tuning in. We've got two undefeated teams going at it today for you. That's going to be TFMC and the 101st Airborne Division. You guys, this is going to be exciting. I can't wait for it. I'm your host, Don Gotti. This is going to be a TPL Division 3 Week 4 matchup on Utah Beach, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to be a good one. We are getting started for you real quick here. WN7 looks like it's going to be the midpoint. All right, everybody tuning in. Let's get this party started. Let's have us some fun. I'm getting full screen mode here. We've got TFMC working as the Axis, going to take off, or rather take on 101A with the Allied advance. 101A coming in strong, storming the beach, as the Allied forces did, trying to send a whole truck through this here barbed wire. It works really well. Nearly getting a, oh! What a shot comes in, hits that truck. Gary, the only one to remain. Another truck comes out. Rocket, Bierman, Bildo, Grub, Dan, all the boys moving in from 101A. We got 101A up in the distance. You see, working away around to the north, putting on some cap pressure here. TFMC working their way within the point now. Do a double check here, make sure my mic and everything is working for you. Those of you just now tuning in, TFMC 101A Division 3 matchup. I'm your host, Don Gotti. TFMC in blue, 101A in red. TFMC working their way in the point. 101A with the advantage still. Artillery hitting everywhere, as you see. TFMC with the light tank on the point. Takes a shot from Private Ritz. Not enough, though. War Daddy coming around behind. War Daddy has the chance. War Daddy doesn't know where he's at. Bildo, neither does he. About to get ran over. Oh, says, hey, satchel time. Oh, no. Get stuck. Satchel goes live. 101A with a big satchel. Try to keep it out. If you're TFMC, you're going to hope that since nobody's able to get that satchel off, maybe gets close to the house there. Takes another shot from the distance. Satchel should go off any second now. Going to clear out a decent amount of 101A, but they do maintain the pressure. They get the cap here. We're going to go ahead and adjust our score for you really quickly. We've got a 2-3 matchup here, folks. Going in favor currently of 101A. I've got the scoreboard adjusted. Let's see how TFMC responds. Big spawn wave of TFMC coming in from the southwest portion of the map. You see garrisons are as follows. Drownfield's going to be their second point here. Jen Norwood working his way with his squad around to the north. Might get Gray from the backside here as he's looking to, yep, getting a little tick at him. PZ4 moving its way up. Has no idea Norwood's there. Gherkin sends a flying Gherkin straight toward the PZ4. Hits her right in the tracks. Boom, another one. Tegan Law stops out. Gonna get some repair action going. Gherkin has no more rockets, but we got Raider and War Daddy making their way in. 101A taking point, establishing that point. Raider making his way around. Definitely getting the call from Gherkin. Gherkin takes out the engineer. War Daddy goes down. Sergeant Travie, this is your chance, brother. Let's get a shot of the battlefield here. You see 101A doing their best to keep everything going within the point. They're getting some armor units working their way up as well. Sergeant Travie taking the best route imaginable. Tegan lost. Has no idea he's there. Oh! He gets picked. He gets picked somewhere from behind. Possibly from the engineer here. What a save. That armor unit was sure to be satcheled had he not caught that. Take a look at the map for the folks at home. Slew of OPs from TFMC. We've got garrisons built in a network here trying to work, push their way, gain some ground here against 101A. If you look at the 101A lines, they've established really well using their DMT skills here for their armor units, wedging themselves in there. That's Arctic Fox and the boys. We've seen him plenty. If you watch my other streams for the DMT League, you're going to know those 4v4 armor tournaments come in handy. Both of these teams have squared off in that before as well. Recently, actually. See what's going on up here with Rubs and Dan. Whole onslaught of Axis forces working their way in just from the north. Ooh, large spawn wave. 101A up here in the north. It's gonna be up near, yeah. Big spawn wave from TFMC as well. A establishing dominance on the point as of right now. Fox Squad over here working his way around. That's going to be the machine. A little bit of a firefight going on here. Private Raider takes out Intoxicated. Sergeant Browse is going to be a little battle out here. TFMC knows, says, look, 101A is just engulfing this area. We've got them on radar here, thanks to our recon team. 101A still with some guys on point. Armor unit here backing up for TFMC, probably being engaged by that armor unit over here. Yep, by 101A, Arctic Fox and crew. You know, we called them out earlier. Let's see here. Flying Kiwi working his way in. Gonna be one of the closest for TFMC right now. On their attack. Gonna be a lot of action along this Delta Echo line here. In between these 2 points. Big open fields. Very few places for each to thrive within. Flying Kiwi's got a chance to make a big play here. Kiwi takes him down. Kiwi dropping him left and right. Goes down himself. Too many 101A within sight to be able to do it. 101A pushing further west, establishing ground here. They need to take control of this main road. It's going to be big for them if they do. TFMC, you see down here at the southern part of the map, pushing their way in. Sorry about that. Had to make sure we went live today. We didn't want to leave you waiting any longer than you had to. Daleside goes down. Gray working his way around. We've got some more guys. Let's take a peek back at the action here. Plenty of 101A established down to the south. Starting to take a little by little further ground here for 101A. Plenty of guys worked up in this house here, broken house. Doom goes down, Timmy takes him. Noah sending shots his way. "101A working their way up here on the north side of the map. You see they've even got their recon working around here. That's going to be big for them. Squad leader I'm with sending his squad north to try to get rid of any of this little infiltration they got going on, if you will. Check back down here. Not a whole lot going on. A lot of back and forth, as you would expect. Gonna need some combined arms or smoke push, something like that. You saw a tank round fly in from Arctic Fox's crew. He must not know exactly where Mr. Dangmore and crew are. Dangmore and crew firing upon this infantry here, trying to help theirs as much as possible. Working their way up. T5 crooked. Lying in wait. Might be able to make a huge play on this. Oh my gosh, we got both of them here. A satchel here by Crooked would be spectacular. Crooked and Holdy. Armor units are on to him. Armor units are on to him. Says we got to back up, fellas. We got to do it quick here. We got some rep stations being built by the engineers over here. Holdy and crew. Holdy's hoping to survive. Get around. Get around. Get around. Holdy gets around. Gets one in the rear. Makes his life worth it. Goes down. Toby Drew drops him. Says none shall pass. Crooked dropped. Oh, nope. Crooked's still here. Working his way around. We will come back to that. I know you want some more of that action. We will be right back with that. Gonna check the battlefield. Not a whole lot of penetration going in so far. Crooked gets one off. Yeah, this armor crew knows something's up. Big push from 101A down to the south here. Takes the Gary out. Dropping TFMC Garrison. Oh, what a play, though. Tiger Tank says, I don't think so, fellas. Gets them all. One shot, one kill. Big boom. 101A, you see as we zoom in on the battlefield. Having established ground now on the main line. Or the main road, rather. Working their way ever so farther west. No longer seeing any TFMC out here on the flank. We've got Fox Squad up here with an OP. Not a whole lot else going on. Two armor units over here doing their best to face off against all of these infantry working their way in from 101A. If they're not careful, they're going to be surrounded here pretty soon. Yep, those of you still just now tuning in, I'm your host, Don Gotti. This is Division 3, Week 4 matchup for the Premier League. TFMC versus 101A. TFMC currently down 2-3. We are broadcasting from the TFMC side. You see Flying Kiwi making his way in. He's going to look to be one of the first squad leaders to get that push going. Much of 101A now working their way along the southern part of the map. These two armor units going to have some trouble there potentially. Kiwi takes some guys down, but there's just too many around. Double spawn waves from OPs for 101A, north and south. Shuts him down pretty quick. TFMC working their way along the south now as well, trying to get some reinforcements up there. These two armor units working well in tandem to put down any push by 101A so far. Ooh, sorry about that. Had to get a drink here. Yep, look here. We got this armor unit still taking them out. Dangmore and crew doing their best. Which one is this? This is Lucky. Dangmore and Lucky and the boys. Got some infantry help finally. It's going to be where the majority of the action is going right now, fellas. Oh, hell. Artie's raining in now from 101A. I guess that could be... ooh, dropping smoke. Interesting play by 101A, dropping smoke right on Dangmore's armor unit. That could be a huge play. Forcing Dangmore to back up, leaving a good 50 meters uncovered now. Check in, we've got some TFMC in contention here. They've taken over this broken house. We've got Sergeant Blades and the boys. 101A making a big push from the south still. Trying to take on these armor units, but with all of that open field, it's turning to be semi-impossible. Not out of the fight yet. Dre Matador up here. He's got an MG. Trying to hold off just an onslaught. What is going to be of 101A. He's got some help. Travi's going to come up and knife him. Oh, nope. Walks up, gives him the shot. That's alright. Was hoping to get one on stream again, but hey. Nice, light tank. Do a kickflip. German and the boys, War Daddy. And JD gonna get some action there on this armor unit. It's one of the only ones to the north here for TFMC. War Daddy hits him. JD finishes him. Let's head back down south. We see here Drowned Field still not much contesting going on. Defensive squad leader doing his best to work out, expel any push coming from 101A. The Flying Kiwi here, surrounded yet again, seems to be all by himself nearly all game so far. Getting where he needs to be, but doesn't have the help that he needs as of yet. 101A doing their best to go ahead and take this back. Little fight goes down in the house there. Rockets still flying. Both of these armor units to the south for TFMC. Still in great position. No, not much damage. Maybe a little bit on this PZ4 here. It looks like it's smoking a tad, but managing to repel the push here by 101A. We've got 3 ATs within 100 meters of this Tiger tank. Toby Drew goes down. We saw Holdy earlier. Holdy and Narkill splitting up. Narkill gets Daleside. Gets Traeger. Oh! Holdy sends a rocket flying and says, take that right to your OP. OP still standing with sand tracks. Spawning, not going to do him much, yeah. MG right there is going to suck. It's going to be so bad, so difficult to get set up with all that constant pressure there from 101A. This armor unit doing a great job to maintain, backing up ever so slightly further, while the other armor unit here seeks some help from his local infantry unit. Under heavy duress, takes some shots. Bombing run comes in, looks to be from 101A. Straight down through the point, right down the front door. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's us, 101A. Ooh. Heard what sounded like a precision strike. Believe it has missed. I think that's what that was. Armor unit managing to hold the front door here. Desperately in need of some infantry support. He's all alone. We've got a garrison dropping in Charlie 6 now for TFMC. They've got radar up. They know exactly where folks are. Armor unit down there to the south still. Rocket comes in. Gherkin sends one. Hoping to finish off the PZ4, doesn't quite connect. Another one comes in, still high. I'm trying, Gherkin, I'm trying to give you a sweet highlight reel. I promise. T5, Crooked making his way around. Not completely certain if he has any idea that armor unit's there or not yet. Again, he's the only means of defense for this front door of TFMC right now. 101A realizes that is going to bring some trouble for TFMC. We will check back on that momentarily. This Tiger has been injured. Down to the south, he's got eyes. Trying to get a shot in the distance, perhaps. Might have some yep, you see we've got an armor unit just through the trees there. Perhaps able to clip him just slightly. 101A still doing a good job of maintaining the pressure down to the south. Looks like they're starting to stack this middle up a little bit more. Panzer IV has retreated a little bit. He's still basically the sole defender here. We've got Flying Kiwi, he's been a name we've seen all night. Working his way in, getting a squad OP set up. Exactly where you want him to be, folks. Good combined arms push here could really change the tone of the game. 101A starting to get spread out. Bildo chasing this light tank. Ritz with the miss. Ritz with the shot. Good shot. Needs another though. Armor unit's going to circle back around. Ritz says, hell with it. I'm redeploying. Not going to be any good today. Bildo lying in wait. T5 Crooked lands him one on the armor unit. It's hurt. It's perhaps stuck. It is stuck. Rocket comes in, hits the tracks. Not enough. Crooked with no more to throw at him. Getting absolutely surrounded. Oh, Ritz comes in. Hits one for Ricochet. Gonna have to get a better one than that, Ritz. Oh my gosh, War Daddy throws one from range. Comes up short. Ritz with his behind. Sticks it. This is the little light tank that could. The indestructible light tank. We've got to stick around here, folks. We've got to see how this one goes. Devil down under, bringing the thunder. You see the OP. Ritz is going to come right back in this OP here in about 30 seconds from now. Another one comes in. Excuse me, armor unit not looking. Bildo comes up. Bildo with the thumper dumper. Shoddy go pumper. Says, I will take care of it, fellas. Engineer for the win. Satchel's live, that's right. Solo in there is going to do his best to survive, but he's got 30 seconds or less. Ritz may even work his way in. Yep. T5 Crooked stealing the kill. There you go. Satchel goes off. What a fun little back and forth we've had there. Let's check back into the south. We've got TFMC pushing their way in now from the southern edge. First Lieutenant Edge goes down. Tiger Tank taking some ground now. Ooh, this is going to be interesting to see how this works out. Wonderful. Drink delivery at my desk. Gotta love it. Tiger Tank is taking one. We're trying to stick around to see how this works out. TFMC just lost an armor unit up north. Tiger goes down. I'm pretty sure that was this 76 working its way up. One of these guys. I could be mistaken. Those of you at home, you'll probably have a little better view. I'm looking all over the screen, trying to give you the best intel that I can at the time. You guys might see some things that I don't see. Raider there set up with the MG. 101A putting a lot of effort out of cap weight so far. Working their way around. I'm not sure if they're just trying to, you know, perhaps work the clamps, get established down this waterway maybe. That could be really big. We shall definitely see here. Swifty and team. Bildo, as we saw earlier, working on that light tank, working his way south. The other armor unit drops for TFMC. That's going to be all 3 armor units, I believe. We've got one more heavy just on the backside of the point here. We've got T5 Crooked working his way up. This could get interesting quick, folks. Try to keep an eye on Crooked. He's making his way over for that heavy. I want to catch him. A working ever so slightly further west. Spawn wave comes off for TFMC. OP still standing somehow. Tango squad OP. Lineman works his way around, gets one from behind. Takes multiple guys from behind. Lineman, you silly goose, look at you. Toby Drew spawns in on the OP right as it was dropping. Goes down anyway. That's going to be all for TFMC right there. They're going to be pushed back now to this garrison in the Charlie Delta row, or column rather. Ouch, losing more and more ground. T5 Crooked still up here. I wonder if he's got a satchel. Do not see a satchel, folks. If that armor unit blows, then you'll know Crooked's got some action. It is injured, so I'm willing to bet he probably put a couple rockets right in its behind. Dropping OPs. He has eyes on the garrison. Could be making a huge play here. T5 Crooked. Spawn wave comes off. Crooked, get down. Nonetheless, Crooked calling out. He's going to know exactly where that TFMC garrison is here on the south side. Quite a play from Crooked. Hats off to him. Let's see, this armor unit is working his way south now. He knows the main push is coming through here. Unfortunately, he does not realize he's going to be running into 276s here within not a lot of time. Let's go try to see if we can find those guys. Already coming down. Shell of a 76 down here as well. Not completely certain. Huh. We'll check back on that. Let's get you an overhead view here. We can kind of see how things are working. 101A now having nobody on the point. An airhead right here would take it. You've got them completely turned around. Nobody paying attention to the rear. TFMC doing a good job to defend. You can see they've got a line of OPs working to get some garrisons back up. We gotta get established back over here. We gotta take that back from 101A. If you're TFMC right now, you're hoping this armor unit's gonna help your infantry clear them out. Toby Drew, you gotta be right there on the back side of that if you're gonna work your way across that field. That is always a pain in the you-know-what. Armor unit working his way in, getting him some. Certainly going to be called out by the recon team there. We see Arctic Fox and crew has backed up again. No direct line of sight on that armor unit yet, but they will be looking, I'm certain of it. As I guarantee there's going to be a mark out by now. Armor unit working its way just underneath me, trying to push back down this front door. Has got a little bit of infantry support. That's going to be good for him. Private Doom sees him. Wants to work his way around. Timmy! Flying Kiwi. Timmy takes him down. An MG42 is absolutely disgusting. We've got 56 minutes left in the matchup here. If you're just now tuning in, I'm your host, Don Gotti. This is TFMC versus 101A. Division 3, Week 4, the Premier League. Flying Kiwi leading the boys, you see here. Waiting to see how this one plays out. TFMC looking to make a push, and this is going to be one they're probably looking to make here. Not much resistance going to come from 101A down this path. This could be a big play. Could be a big play if you're oh. Look how close Gooch and Fury are. I have no idea. Gooch popping off Fury. You know Fury hears it. Fury hears it. Gooch running away. Fury pop him. This is not live to see another day. A little action for you viewers out there. Looking a little boring up here. We've got some more going on. There we go. Now we've got a spawn to TFMC. Now it's going to get fun. TFMC in blue, 101A in red. Getting spread out here. You see TFMC still holding strong the southern portion of the map. They've reestablished their garrison on the front push. It's going to be clutch for them going forward. Keeping the drive alive. They got to get their way in so they can take out here. We've got Private Doom working his way in, meeting that coax SFC Browse, Sergeant First Class. Oh, Gary's son misses with the bolt action and the shovel, but that's alright. He's got some infantry around to help. Private Doom still trying to work his way around here. Desperately wants to get some action in with the satchel on Dangmore and crew. He's saying, thank you, Dangmore, for coming across here. Oh, it's all smoky. He may be able to set the satch. Doom, go for it while you can. Oh, unable. I don't believe he got it. No, I don't think so. Goes the other way. Butt chugger. Oh! He had a satchel placed. It wasn't quite close enough to get the armor unit from TFMC. Now we know why he ran away. He had already placed the satchel. What a play. Heads up play. Just didn't quite pan out for him, but wow. 101A now putting the pressure from the north. Seemingly had to have established a garrison up here. Forcing TFMC on their heels a little bit. Starting to put the clamps on. You see there's no TFMC reinforcements up here other than maybe a couple guys. So going to be an easy breezy walk-in Oh, shot comes out by Ritz. Gonna hit the garrison for TFMC. That's Gary down on point. "101A" working their way in. Coom doggy. Coom doggy. Making his best Rambo. Bildo turns him to smithereens. Garrison over here by TFMC. Going to be really clutch going forward. It has to stand or they are going to be overwhelmed. They've got nothing in the south now. Both their push and their backup garrison are non-existent. Sergeant Dan moving up on the Gary. Travie, Bierman, Bildo. Putting work to the north. TFMC reestablishing garrison to the south. They're focused on the main push. They have no idea how many 101A are pushing now from the backside. This could be huge, folks. We're going to try to keep you tuned in here. Uh-oh, cap pressure starting to come in. It is contested now. 101A has control of the objective. It's up to TFMC to get them out now. They're going to be wondering where they're coming from. No spawn wave to come from TFMC. You see there's nobody around. They're going to all have to push back behind. We're going to be counting on Bravo leader here. Looks like him and the boys might be coming up on some guys. Yeah, it goes down. Blaze gets him. This could be bad. TFMC. Not enough people in the circle for 101A. Gotta be frustrating if you're this whole squad here, Bierman and crew, working their way in, getting things set up, knowing that they're nobody around, but nobody enough, not enough pressure. Let's take a peek back at the front lines here. Just over 49 minutes left in this matchup. TFMC working their way up. Gary's son blazing people with the MG. Lineman goes right past him, says, "I want the PZ4. I'm not interested in you." Gets gunned down, 76 in the distance. Firing on the PZ4, nearly hits it. Going to be huge if TFMC is able to take down the this heavy, rather. I'm sorry, I called it a 76, or I'm sorry, yeah. Tiger tank. Rocket comes in by Holdy. Butt Chugger's working his way down. Dale's side, Hades, Hadzi rather, starting to establish, take more ground. Not sure if it's because 101A was sending more of their guys to the north and perhaps less of them on the attack to the south. Excuse me. Or if TFMC just happened to have taken this ground we did not see. We were up to the north momentarily. We will find out shortly enough. I'm certain of it. Mason, Dingle, Raider and Doom in a little bit of a stalemate here. Oh, Raider with the MG set up as soon as you get in view. Just tick, 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 tick. Mason slips by. Raider with another. Gary's going to try to get set up here, but Raider's going to be ready for him. Watch. Oh, they get Raider. Good play. Good play. Doom and Dingle working their way around still. Butt Chugger's working his way up from the south. We finally got cap pressure coming. TFMC slowly losing control of the point. Ooh, this could be really bad. A look at the map shows no garrisons back on Flooded House. We've got very few garrisons. Hell, we've got garrisons in Fox 3. Not probably in case they happen to cap. That's a good little quick route there, but not going to do them much good now. You see very few garrisons around the point. Gotta have to get more if we're going to maintain. Bierman and crew still within the point. They've got another squad worth work their way in from the north here, right down the water line. Seemingly uncontested. Bildo trying to make a play. Oh no! Oh no! Lucky! Lucky, no! Bildo with another play, another satchel play. We saw him moments ago up to the north there, about 10 minutes before here. Putting in work on the light tank. Oh wow, Lucky and crew goes down. War Daddy catches the next one. Any armor support that was coming to help is no longer available. We've got one heavy for TFMC left on the field. It's going to be down here to the southeast of point. Rut-row raggy. This does not look good. If you're TFMC right now, you are shitting. We've got guys, there we go. We've got supplies landing. We need some garrisons desperately set up. We're going to lose everything but this push garrison here, so very curious to see how TFMC responds here. We've got a 1-4. If you're just now tuning in with us, 101A currently sitting 4-1 against TFMC. Midpoint WN7. We're on Utah Beach. Drowned Fields has been taken. Huge spawn wave coming in from TFMC. Private Bildo. Trying to work his way around, you see. If he finds a spawn point for TFMC, it's going to be really, really rough going forward. Nearly all the TFMC that had spawned getting erased here. 101A doing a good job to push out, maintain control. They know that TFMC is spawning over here. It's a matter of time in their mind. They've got to get that shut down. If they do, it's going to be a much easier job for them to take Flooded House. Yep, already hitting as far as it can here, just trying to hold off this line. Any frontal push by TFMC is going to have to come right here, straight out of the southern spawn. Let's see. Surprised. I was looking to see if we had any armor movement down here. Oh! Quite a shot comes in. That's going to take out... No, it doesn't get to Gary. But Artie has now seemingly found the TFMC spawn here, folks. Not a good look if you are TFMC. Obviously, you really wanted to keep that whole area for the big frontal push. But you see, seemingly, well, a little bit of a push comes here. Gonna want to see more TFMC getting surrounded here now. You've got 101A working their way up just north on this water line. Going to do their best to kind of cut them off from an angle here. Build a little bit of a wedge between the points. You see we've got some 101A spread out thoroughly between all the points. TFMC in blue. Matador here you see trying to hold off any advances he may see. OP's coming in. Flooded house. Gets bombing run dropped on it by 101A. TFMC armor unit you see here. Just taking a peek across the field. He sees most of the action here, or at least going to be the first line of defense for TFMC. What is that? Oh, nope, just supplies. False alarm. We were getting excited. Thought we may see an airhead here. A really doing a good job of keeping the pressure up. That's been something that has helped them the entire matchup thus far. Being able to control ground, move up, get their guys in position, work the manpower. Let's see, we've got the machine working his way over here around the backside. Ooh, maybe be able to put a Gary up. Nope. Gonna need some support players' help for that. Look at these three. Almost wonder if 101A does that on purpose, just has their AT guys run around together. Oh, sorry about that. Drop the controller. But we're back. Sergeant Insano. Not to be confused with Captain Insano, because Captain Insano shows no mercy. Getting spread out. Mike. TFMC Recon. Working their way back behind drowned fields, trying to get something going here. Armor unit by TFMC still holding strong. This is going to be, again, as we mentioned earlier, kind of their first line of defense. He's able to see a little bit farther than most of your infantry will be. And just teeing off right now on all of this 101A push, trying to make their way in between drowned fields in here. So working all right so far. Ritz going for the recon. Get him, Ritz. Let's get us a long shot here. Oh, he's sitting steady. I don't know if he has any more rockets. Perhaps not. We've got a heavy up here in the distance. Ramos and crew. A recon tank trying to give the 76 something to deal with. Managing to do all right so far. Putting the turn on. Gonna get the spin by the 76. Ooh! 76 gets hit from somewhere. Very well could be the, yeah, it looks like it's going to be the Tiger, perhaps, up there just southeast of Flooded House. Not sure where that recon tank went just moments ago, but big save there. Oh, recon tank's in the water. Oh, goes down. Gonna be crooked again. TFMC trying to work their way much better with garrison placements now. Backs against the wall. How will they respond? 101A doing a good job. Just maintaining. We're sitting here just north of the drowned fields. As you see, not much coming in from the west for TFMC, so no push here frontal as far as straight up the main road. They're going to be working diagonally, trying to get used to this water line that 101A used to go ahead and take drowned fields. So a little bit of a back and forth here. Lineman teeing off. That was interesting. War Dog takes him down. 4-1. TFMC doing a good job at spotting enemies, keeping their Garys cleared, and putting some work in, taking some ground. Cross this diagonal here. Private JD working his way along with the boomstick, I would imagine. Come back and check on that momentarily. Let's try to get a front look at this TFMC push. Rouse catches Gymnux. Just a looking. Lineman Browse. They're spreading out. Blackbird trying to send some shots down range. Armor unit working its way in. Says, oh man, not so fast, brother. Blackbird gets an OP, catches a rocket from God knows where. Very well could have been his own player. I'm not sure if Ginger got him or not. That was Ginger sending another one. Yeah, Ginger takes his own guy out. That was pretty funny. Probably trying to hit the armor unit there and just came up short, but funny little clip we were able to get there. Let's get us a bigger picture of the battlefield here. Maddo and crew working their way back, trying to get some pressure on the north side of Drowned Fields here. 2 squads to go through in order to get to the promised land. TFMC. Yep, looks like all 101A's recon up to the north side of the map here. Biggest push for, yeah, 101A getting wind that TFMC was coming from the north. Decides to push up a little bit. Gymnuk's going to be the only one that made it past. Might be able to do some damage here on the back side. Time's going to tell with that one. Oh. Gets caught swinging. Armor units of TFMC still working over here. You see they've done a good job to repel most of the 101A forces that were tied up here, forcing them back into yet another hedgerow just behind. OP goes up. Firefight. Already going off. This is going to be, we're going to see what TFMC has right here. 32 minutes remain in the matchup. They're getting spread out. I look for them to make a move here really soon. Here, there it is. Uh-oh. Country Farms and crew. Country Farms and crew. Country Farms, all too familiar with this map. Working his 76 on up. This is what I want to see right here in this engagement. Dangmore has eyes. Dangmore lands one. Forcing Country Farms to back up. Quite a play here. Can't quite be seen by this other armor unit of TFMC. So kind of in a rock and a hard place. Gooch, the best Gooch could be doing is calling him out by chance. Gets taken down. Little coax action. Ramos has a chance to mark him. Spawn wave comes in by TFMC, you see in the distance. Whew. That's a good drink. TFMC working their way around. Wyatt so juicy. Out of the tank. Getting some repairs done. Bildo. Rocking the boomstick still. The jelly maker takes out, or gets taken out by steel. Big satchel goes live. Misses the garrison. I'm not sure if it was a... It could have been, I guess, and I'm not sure what that was. Something exploded over here. It could have very well just been the artillery. Takes out the repair station. This armor unit's by himself now. Tiger's got quite an onslaught coming and has no clue of it quite yet. Works his way forward. Private JD. Gotta get snuffed out soon, right? No, maybe not. Maddo. And crew spawns. Somebody's got to see JD laying down in the water. They're focused on getting the AT gun up. Oh, his own artillery takes him out. Maddo and crew still working their way, trying to protect this armor unit. Map still looking good if you're TFMC. A lot of manpower being used on this northern and eastern push for TFMC. You see 101A putting the pressure on. Oh, War Daddy making his way behind Papers, trying to get the satchel. War Daddy working his way around. Somebody's going to get him. Papers, satchel. Satchel's on. Satchel is live. Lucky needs to find it. He's got 10 seconds, maybe. Empty, looking for it. Tank goes down from the south. I think that enemy 75 caught him slipping from range. Big spawnway comes in, 101A. Yep, you see Nick Fury and the boys trying to do something to the 76 will be huge if they're capable. Private Yeti manning the guns, doing a full 360 sweep. War Dog, Nick Fury, now's your time to make a play. Oh, they have made a play. The satchel's live. It's going boom boom. Ooh, that is all she wrote for the 76, folks. We've got Holdy moving in from the south. We've got Gooch as well. Norwood not far behind. Spawn Wave comes in, stealing the boys right off the OP. Holdy's going to get the jump on Nick Fury. They might hear each other now. Oh, Holdy gets the OP. Him and Nick Fury have no idea each other are right past each other. Squad takes out Holdy. Tons of action here. We've got 101A behind the point. We've got 101A just southeast of the point. They've taken out one Tiger. One remains. Positioning himself out in the open, trying to get the best possible angle on everything going on, keeping himself away from getting back shot. T4 lineman, you know, making a beeline for him. Perhaps may not know he's there. He's just out of earshot, rather. Feed him Mungo, being the engineer everybody hopes for. Assisting his armor unit. Ooh, walking right into a 101A bombing run. Quite a bomber, if you ask me. That is going to work well to distract TFMC. TFMC desperately needs to put some pressure on Drowned Fields. Folks, we'll see out here. We've got just 25 minutes remaining. 101A with the big push just southeast of the point. This eastern side is up for grabs. TFMC coming out of spawn. They need a garrison closer. No garrison on the point. This could turn south for TFMC really quickly. Managing to, I think that was that armor unit, yeah. Somebody in the distance just throwing some shots down this road here. Putting an absolute hurting on anybody that spawns from 101A right here, right now. See if we can figure out who that was. No, not sure. Oh, that's going to be this armor unit here. Getting the flank on the 101A push. Dangmore and crew. Sergeant Trav goes down. Maddo does a good job helping his boys. They're going to see that nobody's within here to the point. We might see some action from the TFMC infantry. We'll see how well and how quickly they're able to expunge this push from 101A on the eastern side. Drowned Fields was actually getting contested. We have cap pressure coming now. We've got no 101A and we've got TFMC within the cap sector as of right now. So we're actually seeing some cap pressure by TFMC. 101A sends a couple guys back. It looks like they probably have a garrison. Maybe somewhere down here, not sure. No? Ooh. Airhead coming in. Ooh. If only. TFMC. That would be the coolest airhead to ever witness if it happens to land and work. But with command and recon right there, it's going to be rough. Getting locked out by that garrison as well. Gary on point. You see 101A starting to take flooded house. Oh, we're going to go back and forth. If they're able to defend, Panda goes, wait a minute, I saw that. Saw that, wait a minute. Yeah, Panda. Oh, bombing run comes in, clears them out. They've got to defend, they've got to defend. 101A with the pressure. They've got the airhead available. It's not locked. They could do it. They need to contest this. They got to get contesting going. Full reset here. Get a couple guys on the airhead. See if you can clear them out. Somebody happens to go west. They'd be lucky. Yeah, a couple guys spawn. Not going to be enough for TFMC. 101A maintaining pressure here. Armor unit working its way in from TFMC. That's Lucky and the boys. Noah trying to get him satcheled. Noah working on the satch. Noah disappears. Already came down. Defense coming from TFMC. Quite a save from TFMC. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on the airhead. We had a decent reset take place by 101A, but able to clear 101A out. Arctic Fox and crew working in with the 76. Oh, baby. They know they're there. They know they're there. Swifty calling it out. Maddo. They're going to know soon enough. Oh, Tiger gets the first shot. Misses. Tiger misses. 76 lands first. Hits in the side. Both of them exchange hits. Artie's coming down. We've got a double coming from the out or axis, but not enough to stop the 76. Takes out the Tiger. Light tank doing as much as he can, trying to stay under the gun of the 76. 76 spins. Crooked trying to send a shot in, help his 76 out. Lands one. Light tank still going crazy. Giving it his all. Says we're not giving up, takes two now. 76 unable to do anything. War Dog hops out. War Dog, you're getting shot, brother. You got to do something. Not sure where War Dog came from, but and Crooked runs past him. That's the strangest thing I think I've ever seen. War Dog has a chance to make a play on the 76, does not. 101A still getting cap pressure now. They've got an armor unit. They've got control of the house. Let's see what we're working with. TFMC with one garrison back to the south. Gary north of flooded house goes down. This could be all she wrote for TFMC. 101A putting the clamps on now. Nick Fury dropping the 76. Gonna be a big play. Huge for cap weight. If your TFMC brings up the 70, or I'm sorry, the PZ4 rather. Sergeant First Class Browse. Chillin' still gets evaporated by Lucky and crew. Ooh, little precision action comes in. Looks like it was on, or rather against 101A. Good shot by command, but it's a little too late. The armor unit was already taken out. Spawn wave comes in by 101A. Django, Wango, Mason, Rabo trying to assist the PZ4 Sergeant Insano takes him down. Says, forget about it, huh? Those of you just tuning in, this is the Premier League Division 3 Week 4 matchup. TFMC versus 101A. Lucky narrowly missing the satchel by the 101A anti-tank player there. I think that was... No, that wasn't Crooked. Crooked's up here. Crooked making his way back. We've seen Crooked all night. Here, there, and everywhere, doing a good job. Taking out some tanks. Sending some rockets down range. If you're out there, Crooked, great game so far. Rockets flying in from God knows where. It looks like off in the distance as well. TFMC armor working its way back down. Probably going to repair, maybe get some new ammunition, I'm not certain. Or perhaps just to meet up with this armor unit. Friendly, get a little tandem action going, not sure there. Buddy's safe for now. 101A still trying to push in from the east here. As we see TFMC able to get some garrisons back up on point and north of point. Reestablish a little bit, get some armor units back on point. We've got just under 16 minutes remaining in this matchup. We're going to see if TFMC has what it takes to ground and pound their way. Pushing 101A back from flooded house to drowned fields, and then hopefully for them to win 7. Time will tell. You see 101A putting quite a large push on this eastern southeastern corridor of flooded house. Going to be where all the action takes place, at least for right now, folks. Sergeant Insano, Gary's son, a whole gaggle of 101A working their way in from the east. Will they be stopped? TFMC bringing the thunder from down under. Trying to hold tight here. Looking to push this 101A advance back on its heels. Not working the greatest for them so far, as we're down 1-4 right now. Just over 14 minutes remaining in this contest. Armor units working their way around. Flares going live. That's going to pop, showing the TFMC, or I'm sorry, the 101A advance. TFMC working their best to repel. PZ4 is working its way up. Sergeant Insano lies in wait. He wants it. Shot to the rear. PZ4 takes one. Oh, Travi trying to get the satchel. PZ4 goes down, takes out 2 with it. Looks like it may have been satcheled already. I'm not certain. 101A mounting a push now. Flooded house, eastern side. You see 101A working their way in from the east, gaining ground as they go. War Daddy Narkill making their way in. Another group of 101A pushing from the southeast. OP just on the other side of the hedgerow there. Let's take a peek here. We might get some action down to the south, folks. We've got a force of TFMC looking to do something here. We've got some front door push coming from TFMC as well. Noah takes out the squad leader from behind. A couple TFMC are going to work their way in. We're going to check back on that momentarily, but I don't think that's going to be quite enough for us there, folks. TFMC getting some pressure on. Cap pressure now going in favor of TFMC. Looks like Ginger may have found the garrison. I do believe he has. If we recall, it was right there. TFMC now. Ooh, Sergeant Fizz. Sergeant Fizz gets him. Gonna be a big play there, Sergeant Fizz. But if you're TFMC, you know, hey, we've got a chance here, boys. Dropping fellas off from the recon tank. Working his way in. We're going to keep an eye on this, folks. We've got a little bit of a reset here coming from TFMC. This is going to be huge to see what this recon unit's able to do. Lucky just rolling around. Lucky and empty. Maneuvering their way through. Not getting stuck. That's some driving going on, folks. Gherkin spawns. Gonna have nothing for that armor unit. Says, hey, wait, I might be able to use this. It's gonna take quite a while to turn. Not gonna do him any good right now. Sergeant Fizz gotta get an AT back there. Making his way. If you look, if you're TFMC, you're like, yeah. Obviously, they have no idea how close they are to turning the tide here. But just a couple players can make the difference. Ginger taken out. Some guys, we got a spawn wave comes up from OP here. Just one squad of 101A versus 5 OPs of TFMC. This could get good, folks. TFMC saying all or nothing, now's the time. Rocket goes in. Private First Class Sam. Oh, gets the recon tank. What a shot. On the move. Recon tank just slowed down probably at the worst time possible. We've got another explosion down here. Not sure what that is. Oh, repair station. Okay, so we've got a repair station goes up. TFMC getting in the point now. 101A going to be forced to reset in some capacity. Steele working his way. He's going to come across Ramos soon enough. Oh, he's looking north. He has no idea Ramos is coming up near him. Ramos got to hear it by now, yeah. Oh, sees him through the window. Through the window! Hit the wall. That's right. TFMC putting on the front door push. Not getting too much as far as gaining ground. They seem to be getting pushed back. A little bit of a back and forth crooked. Tema makes light work of Tema. Norwood goes down by Nick Fury there. 101A has done a reset. They've got at least 2 to 3 squad leaders. Several folks now back on defense. Contesting happening on flooded house. 101A with pressure still has control of the house. We've got a 76 on point. That's Arctic Fox and crew. Gonna be met by the Tiger up here. Let's get you guys a good view for this one. Gonna bring you all the best action. You see just there in the middle of your screen, that armor unit right there on the side of the house. Tiger unable to get a shot on him as of right now. Major Bierman. Not to be confused with Elder Bierman. Has his whole crew within the point. 101A putting the clamps on. Recon flare goes up. They know there's an armor unit there. This Tiger knows exactly where it's at. What do they do? 50% cap here from 101A. 2 armor units working around in unison. 76 just waiting and watching. Says, I know where you're going to be coming from. Oh, but he's getting pulled up on from behind. Oh, look at this. It's a double tank trouble. Gets shot in the rear. This could be huge. This PZ-4 saving the day. Hits the 76 another time. They need one more. Bombing run comes in by 101A. They're trying to put an end to it. Lucky. PZ-4 takes down the 101A. Both tanks drop. Both tanks drop for 101A. The contesting stops. We got a defense here from TFMC. 101A still putting pressure with the infantry. The clamps are coming north, south. We've got multiple areas of infiltration now, folks. TFMC's locked out. Nobody coming to help unless it's from an OP. Going to be clutch. We've got to get a garrison back up. We're not going to be able to do so. I don't see any squad leaders. You see 101A just absolutely engulfing this point here. Just absolute madness on this last point. TFMC managing to defend momentarily. Bildo and others trying to take out the PZ-4. Manages to get the splash damage. We got rockets coming in from Holdy. Arctic Fox and crew says, no, we don't have time for another tank. We're coming in as infantry. We're getting all the pressure. Big shout out Arctic Fox, making use of his manpower. Too bad he doesn't have an AT gun. I'm sure he'd like to get some revenge on the Tiger here. Definitely got it marked, I'm sure of that. What a back and forth. The machine, Swifty, we've got more boys coming from TFMC. From the east, pouring in from the east, that one lone garrison out there in Delta 5, saving the day, managing to get 101A's frontal push neutralized from behind. They have managed to take control of the house. PZ-4 still stands. Tiger has dropped. But Chuggers takes him out. This one's going to go in favor of 101A. I'm nearly certain of it. They've got control of the point. No TFMC hardly within sight anymore. This one's going to be a 5-0, folks. We're going to have a 5-0 in favor of 101A, going undefeated on the season so far. Getting their 4th win tonight here against TFMC. Anything can happen, obviously, but looking at the battlefield, I'm nearly certain that this one's going to be over. We're at about 90% cap pressure. If you're just tuning in or if you've been here the whole time, thank you very much. You're watching the Premier League Division 3 Week 4 matchup on Utah Beach between TFMC and 101A. 101A nearly making the match go the distance, does in fact get the 5-0. Absolutely bonkers. What a matchup, folks. I'm so glad you were able to come out and join us tonight. Thank you again. I'm your host, Don Gotti. You've just witnessed a matchup for the ages. TFMC getting their first loss of the season against 101A by means of a 5-0. Yowza, folks. Gotta love it. Those of you out there watching, thank you again. Please like and subscribe. Every bit we get helps us put us toward our goal. We're going to donate it all to charity, so if you can help us out there, we do appreciate it all. I'm your host, Don Gotti, signing off. Forget about